We are sitting at 6:37, and we are back to business. Good morning, Mike Epple.
Good morning, Melanie. How you doing this morning?
Doing well. It's Tuesday, the long weekend, short work week, yes?
Yes, actually on both sides of the border. We're off a three-day weekend for the Canadian markets. The U.S. markets will be closed Thursday for July 4th. We saw some records in the trading session on Monday on Wall Street because there seems to be a little bit of a trade truce here between the U.S. and China. Out of the G20 summit, the two countries agreed not to escalate the tariffs any further, so that was definitely a positive for investors who were bidding up tech stocks because so much tech production comes out of China. Companies like Apple saw a near 2% rally, Micron Tech, Advanced Micro Devices, they were all sharply higher. Yesterday we saw a big swing for the price for gold. It was down 23 bucks. Now it's back up 6 this morning, and the price for oil is steady, but we're watching it because this morning the OPEC cartel nations have agreed to extend their production cut agreement for an additional 9 months. So that'll keep supply levels fairly low coming out of the Middle East. We're also watching the price at the pumps because of, well, what's happened over the past few days. The price here going up a little bit as gas prices ahead of the long weekend came up because the price for oil was on the rise. In the United States, kind of interesting timing on this. 12 U.S. states just yesterday raised gas taxes. The biggest was in Illinois, where the price per gallon went up by 19 cents. California raised prices. Ohio's gas prices went up by 10 cents per gallon. And this doesn't have anything to do with the actual price for oil. What it has to do with is the fact that U.S. states are not getting as much revenue from gas taxes or the sale of gasoline because Americans are actually driving much more fuel-efficient vehicles. So they're not filling up as often, which means less revenue coming to the states, so they've got to offset that with increased taxes, and that goes to pay primarily for road work, because in the United States they have a much lower income tax rate than we do here in Canada, but at the same time they kind of nickel and dime, Melanie, with all of those tolls and taxes and everything else that they pay service charge or user fees, I guess we'll call them, in the U.S. So kind of interesting timing, just at the start of the busiest time on the roads in the U.S. as well. Back to you.
Oh, great timing. All right. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Time now is 6:39. We're taking a quick break here on VT.